Hey guys, what's going on? Ali here. Welcome to my channel Solid Trades. So today we got a huge move on this Netflix trade today, and I'm really excited to show you what we did, why we did it, and how we capitalized this. And we entered right at the bottom here and took profits all the way on the top. Okay. And before I get started on the lesson, I have two announcements. The number one is that I'm working on some little bit editing stuff where I'm adding these arrows just to make it all easier for you guys and make it more visually appealing so that it's easier to understand, especially you guys who are using phones. So let me know in the comment below if you have any suggestions. Second is that I'm hosting a free Thinkorswim tutorial webinar with live Q&A. So if you are using Thinkorswim, have any questions on it, make sure I'll put the link description below or the description at the end of the video. So stick to it on how to join. It's absolutely free. All right, so let's get into it. So the way it started was Netflix is that alerted here in the chat. You can see here at 9, it formed this really nice pattern. And then we all know in the chat, if this forms a pattern and if it breaks out, that's where you enter. This is where you enter. Okay, it's under the day trade alert session. And then here what happened. So notice right here, this is the pattern. Look what happened right after it broke. So here you enter and boom, huge move, guys, huge move. All right, and I'm going to talk about how to play this, how to make sure you properly play it, and how to capitalize on these alerts if you're in the chat. All right, so let's go. By the way, the chat link is below on the Discord. If you want to join, make sure just click the link below. It's free right now, as if today. All right, so how you do it is that first is that as soon as I send the alert, you wait and watch. As soon as I enter and it breaks, you enter at the break. Okay, you enter right here, and your stop loss is always below, guys. Always remember, you need to have a stop loss. If something doesn't go your way, you get out and take a small loss. You don't hold and pray. Okay, so as soon as it break out, you enter right here, and that's where we entered. And then as soon as it entered, it never came down, so you're instantly green, immediately push. What I do always takes 25%, a little bit, 20% profit right here on top. Okay, as the first push. What that does is that when the stock comes back down all the way, I already took some profit, so it gives me more patience to hold for a bigger move. Okay, otherwise, you're all the way back down to same price where you enter and you're back to zero. Okay, so you want to take the first move right away, so it gives you patience. Okay, in case if it comes back down, you don't lose all the money, you have a small loss. Okay, but notice how it never ever came back down, so you hold until it hits your stop loss. It never did, and then eventually pushed. Once it pushed, you take profit at the next level, which is 580, because the psychological level 580, 590, 600, they're all psychological levels, whole numbers. That's where you want to take your profit, because that's where the stock normally pulls back. Okay, but however, you see we took profit here, and then final take was about around 590, and then the stock did go up a little bit more. However, it took the final profit. Now, what was the setup and why we took it? That's what I want to achieve, so you can do the same thing again. Netflix had a huge run on top. Okay, huge run on pre-market. This is a pre-market session here going on, and then if you notice here, Netflix had found support here at 558, where you can see there's a slight consolidation and found support. And then notice the whole time Netflix held above this level. And then what happened right after in the morning when the market opened? It came down, test the support, and immediately bounce back up. This means there's a very, very strong support here, which held twice, one time and then 2 times. Once it did that, okay, I saw a nice trend line break here, and that's where I alerted. Okay, and that's where we entered. So I knew we had a very strong support. Another number one, the most important is actually the daily chart. The daily chart was really strong. What I mean by daily chart is that the Netflix was making an all-time high. So Netflix has never ever traded at 580 level before. That means no one has ever bought the stock at 580 level before. That means when the market opens, there's hardly going to be anybody selling the stock, because nobody bought it. Anybody who bought it was way down below, and they're all green, so they're all chilling, so they have no reason to sell. Okay, that's why there's not enough selling pressure and there's only buying pressure. And then see what happened. Huge move. Okay, so we waited for our support to form. We saw a nice bounce, then we saw a nice trendline break, and then we entered. So we have lots of confirmation, and still if it doesn't work, you end and take a small loss. Okay, so we always have risk management on top, and then if it works, make good money. If not, we take a small loss. All right, guys, so that's the lesson. And yeah, before like I said, I was gonna give you a detail on the basics of tutorial on Thinkorswim. So I'm going to be doing a live class on Friday at 6 p.m. Central Time for all our Discord members. So if you're in the chat, just make sure you join in, hop in. It's free right now, so it's free for you for all. Make sure you join in, and if you have any questions, I'll be more than happy to answer you all your questions. All right, guys, take care. And I'll see you guys in the next chat. Take care.